If confidence were a person, she would be free verse. And notice how I said free verse and not confused thoughts. Today we are going to write a free verse, or I'm going to show you how to write a free verse. Welcome back to the 100-Day Rebuild. I'm spending 100 days rebuilding my life, my businesses, and my mental health. My name is Jael Peace. I'm a poet, creative, and a fashion designer, and this is my CEO Blueprint. Contrary to popular beliefs, a free verse poem is not just you writing down your thoughts. There's actually structure to it, and I may get a lot of pushback for this. And while it may come out more naturally than the other forms of poetry, most of the free verse that I really love, when I took time to deconstruct them, I did see that there were patterns and structures. Because it is a free verse and it is a thought doesn't necessarily mean that it should not be structured. A free verse requires alliteration, simile, metaphor, end rhyme, beginning rhyme, internal rhyme, and even repetition. So here's a simple formula that I use to write my free verses. Number one, I start with the anchor image, a single physical image that captures the emotion. For example, if you're trying to talk about grief, you wouldn't just say, I am sad, or this is sad. You would say, the weight of your absence is the dust settling on the side of the bed. So I just gave you an imagery. You're able to visualize that. The physical imagery in this context will be the dust. The grief is representing the dust on the bed. Instead of saying I am grieved or I am grieving, you would say what I just said, and the dust would then replace the grief. Number two is the breathe line. And the breathe line is just basically is a pause. And why is the pause important? Because when you're writing free verse, there are a lot of thoughts, and most times those thoughts are very disorganized. Going back to the previous example of the dust settling on your side of the bed is the weight of your absence. All of that together as one sentence, when you're reading it, it sounds really rushed. But if you're trying to create emotion or you're trying to portray the emotions that you're having, you have to break it down. So most times when you're reading poetry and you see that there is a line break, the sentence is not quite finished, it goes on to the next line, there is intention behind it. The reason why the author would not finish the sentence and put it to the next line is so that the author's emotion is accurately conveyed. So when you see dust at the end just by itself, period, you would know that the dust is the weight, that's the grief that the author has been carrying. By breaking down the line, you control the tension and you control the mood. Lastly, I use the musicality edit, is using alliteration to make the poetry flow better. Most times when people are writing free verse, like I said, there are a lot of thoughts, and those thoughts can turn into paragraphs really quick. I know from experience. When you're reading your poetry and it sounds like a paragraph, try to do the musicality edit and use alliteration. The goal is to make your poem feel complete, but not just stop. So go back to all the lines that feel flat. Maybe you need to add a rhyme. Maybe you need to add alliteration. Maybe you need to add metaphor. Maybe you need to play around with the words. There is a destination to the poetry. You want the poem to be complete, but you do not want it to stop. So there you have it, folks. That is my formula for writing free verse. If you've ever thought about writing a free verse, please use this. And if you are going to use it, let me know. Let me know how it comes out. I'm so nosy. I want to know everything you guys write. Yeah, so I hope this gets you writing. I hope this gets you reading, and I hope you're able to watch this and deconstruct your own work as well. And that's all I have for today. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I will be seeing you tomorrow.